Whoever cut together that recap, you gave the game away.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching She-Hulk episode 7. And this one is entitled The Retreat. So I'm going to guess it's, just lawyer's retreat. I've never worked a position where I've been lucky enough to get to go on a retreat. The best I've ever gotten to do was getting to go to a convention.
Our guest of honor doesn't need to wait in line.
Which is close, but not quite the same. It was cool. We got a couple days at a hotel. It was pretty nice. But I don't consider it a full retreat because we didn't go that... Actually, where did we go? Okay, I take it back. I have been on a retreat. Usually when I think of a retreat, I think of like one of those things where you go to like, like a resort. And it's like... you're being super pampered and everything. But then, of course, you also have the team building and all the corporate stuff. I don't know. I'm rambling about nonsense right now.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
Last episode was all about Jen being invited to a wedding. Just the normal bullshit that happens when you go to a wedding. It was fun. She had another showdown with Titania or Titania. I don't know why I keep changing up how I pronounce it. I really am enjoying their take on the superhero versus supervillain dynamic, where it's literally just two people having like normal human conflict, except they have superpowers. Jen met a handsome guy at the wedding who I don't trust. It just seemed a little too convenient and lucky how he kind of just came into the situation. And I think the whole thing with Titania sort of worming her way there, like that being called out, was to put it in our head that, that some other people might be there to worm their way into a situation. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, just because I think Jen is sweet and I think she deserves to find happiness, though I do think she might need to get some help for a potential alcohol problem.
This is serious.
But other than that, yeah, I would like to see her find some happiness, and I feel like this guy's going to break her heart because he's going to turn out to be a bad guy. Hopefully I'm wrong. And we got to see more of the other attorney and Jen's paralegal, was it Ramos?
Great job.
Trying to resolve a situation with a guy who keeps getting out of marriages by faking his death because he's immortal. That was like, some really weird lawyering, I thought, in that particular episode. But, I'm going to put that aside because I am not a lawyer. I'm not really qualified to talk about it, even though I will, because that's what I do here. I talk out of my ass about things that I'm not qualified to talk about. You guys just have to get used to that. I let the weird lawyering slide because it was funny. I'm assuming we'll advance more of the whole weird conspiracy to get She-Hulk's blood in this episode. And if we do it fast enough, considering that there are only 9 episodes in the season, might get to find out whether a nice guy from the wedding is secretly a bad guy.
The man you see before you is not the same Emil Blonsky.
All right, maybe the retreat is going to happen at Abomination's farmland or whatever that he's going to be living in with his 7 soulmates.
I think you're pretty great.
You better not be a bad guy, Josh. You better not hurt my Jen. Okay, that pretty much just confirms that he's bad. The way they cut those scenes together. Whoever cut together that recap, you gave the game away. I mean, look how happy and full of anticipation she is. Yeah, my writing senses are telling me this is definitely not going to go well for her. This is an opportunity for the writers to stick a knife in her and twist it. Oh, nice. That was a good bit of editing right there. See, there she goes drinking again. Jen, seriously, calm down. You need to go to Alcoholics Anonymous or something. Especially when you're as tiny as she is. I dated a woman who was like 4'11" and tried to drink a lot all the time, and she could not handle it. It's giving me flashbacks of that. Oh. The awkward end of the date thing. You wanted to invite him in, I saw it. Fries dipped in milkshakes taste so good. Oh, you're trying to resist, but you want to bring him in. Oh, here we go. I thought she had invited him in just then. It seemed like she had. Drive-in? Where'd you guys go to get a drive-in? I miss going to the drive-in so much. It's where you wake up and wonder whether you dreamt the previous night, huh, Jen? No, I'm sure he's still there. He's making you breakfast.
So naive and hopeful.
Oh, okay, I guess not. Josh, you didn't ghost her, did you? So, assuming Josh really was working for whoever's trying to get
You don't keep checking that
her blood or whatever,
What about just hourly?
previous night was a good opportunity to get stuff out of her. Okay, yeah. Now it's definitely getting into fucked up territory. You don't have sex with somebody that you've been dating, you know, and then go days and days without talking to them. That's jerk behavior. Ah, Miss Piggy. The original Hulk. Or She-Hulk. Oh my god, Jen, yeah, I was about to say, you gotta put it away at this point. It's driving you crazy. Maybe Josh is just a regular kind of jerk, not the super villainous type.
We don't have the resources for a squad of uniforms to go with me, so I was hoping you'd meet me there.
All right, this is illogical as all hell. They would not have a
The
super
Abomination
being
decides not to cooperate.
parole
figure my
officer
chances-
be just a regular dude.
Damn budget cuts.
Jen, stop. You're gonna get into a car crash. Also, this is just sad. Maybe I think she's older than she actually is. Wow, I'll tell you what, his 7 soulmates have a lot of money, clearly. This is not a cheap place they got.
What the hell is going on?
It's just 2 men working through their resentments in a safe environment, Jen.
Oh my god, he's created a retreat.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
I am not a matador. That would make the two of us fighting pretty cliche, no?
Working through some identity issues here,
I
Jen.
am not the one with the issues.
He reminds me of the guy from Hawkeye, except he
Of which
seems
there
far
are
too
so
young.
many.
Plus, that guy didn't have super durability.
Memble, give us a push to the garage, would you?
Do I look like a mechanic? My name's Man Bull, not Mechanical Bull.
That was actually pretty clever. Wait, is that the guy from
Yeah, that felt
Hawkeye?
No, that was a different guy.
What is that fantastic news?
Well, it means that you can spend some time here. You know, relax.
Is there
Me.
no cell reception?
I can think of worse places to spend a weekend, Jen.
Over there is the Wood Lodge, where I offer private spiritual consultation and life coaching. It's exclusive to our Platinum Circle members.
Sounds like he's trying to sell her a plan.
Oh, you got a text?
Did I?
Yeah.
Where? No. Very funny.
I did not expect to get an abomination like this. I'm here for it. I mean, Jen, we see what you need to work on. You have absolutely no zen. I do feel compelled to point out that she could Hulk out, grab her car, and literally jump 20 miles to a place that has service if she really wanted to. What's this place? I'm assuming this is his actual house.
Jen! You remember El Aguila?
Obama stay.
Spanish is a language, not a nationality, so.
You've never heard of Spain?
I know it's not your fault, but that
I've actually seen that conversation on Twitter to people who don't realize Spain is a country.
That can't be true.
I did do some light matadoring in college.
Oh my God, dude, what? How could
We
you
do have to guard against codependency.
I did some light matadoring in college.
Remember how we talked about vulnerability and how important it is to the process?
Yes.
How
The
taking
man with
your
the spikes all
suit
over him is
off
definitely gonna have
would
problems with
be
vulnerability.
Great first step.
Yeah.
She's interested now.
No way.
Jen, please.
Really needed it though. I was hurting for a yurt.
That guy's here? You probably don't even remember who he is. Tell me they previously on him. No, I don't care. I'm doing it again. Previously on this guy.
You're gonna strut around.
That's awesome.
Better be able to back it up.
And yeah, there's no way we would have remembered him.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I'd love to work through our issues if you'll let me. So I realized real strength comes from facing yourself in the mirror and saying, hey man, I'm gonna work on me.
I really need to see what all these quotes are behind people.
You attacked a woman 4-1. You absolutely were super villains.
I hear you, Jen, and I take radical accountability for my actions, and I'm very, very sorry.
Oh my God.
Seriously, were you guys the wrecking crew?
I met a guy, Josh, at a wedding. We went on a few dates and I started going,
Oh,
When's the last time you talked to him?
3 nights ago when we
made love.
first off, ew.
Well, what was the last thing you texted him?
what you doing?
That was fun. I can't stop smiling.
Yikes.
What?
Yikes.
I can't stop smiling. It is thirsty and a cliche.
You're thirsty and a cliche.
Oh, no, see, they're not just calling me.
Yeah.
Getting a little worried. Just want to know you're okay. Blushing smile emoji.
Okay, the blushing smile emoji was a problem.
Why would
The rest of the text was fine, despite these guys' reaction, but the blushing smile
It was a
emoji,
bad look.
yeah, that came across desperate.
You know, in high school, that friend that you have that's like, like, cooler than you are, like
Uh-oh.
more attractive.
Letting it all out.
It feels like cheating, because would they like me if I didn't have all of this? Like if I was just Jen.
Real fucking talk.
I meet this guy who actually likes Jen, and that just felt good to know that, you know? And then he ghosts me, and it sucks.
All right, screw this guy. Where does he live?
Let's kill him. Looks like he's gotta die.
Wait, guys, wait.
Love how they all just want to go kill him.
It's the only way to be sure.
Jen is hurting,
Oh my goodness.
and all
Super
we can
villain
offer her is violence.
support group.
Does anyone think they could speak to Jen's pain?
Well, for one thing, I'd say you can't control what other people do.
Unless you're a telepath.
Maybe this Josh thing hurt so much because you haven't been spending enough time with Jen.
And that's a shame. Because I bet Jen is pretty damn great.
Yeah.
And tasty.
Somebody bail me out.
She has to like herself first.
Stop using She-Hulk as a protective shield and trust us with Jen.
You guys aren't trying to play her right now, are you? You guys aren't all trying to get her blood right now, are you? They immediately tackle her and stick a syringe in.
Felt really good, Porcupine.
Take it off, Porcupine. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Be funny if he takes it off and he like evaporates or something. Or they just won't show us because
Boy, am I ashy?
No.
Just leave the suit on.
am I ashy?
If Josh isn't spending time on Jen, then Jen doesn't need to be spending time on Josh.
Delete Josh's numbers, what he's saying.
Might be premature.
Delete it.
Delete it.
But then again, it has been 3 days. Yeah, go ahead. Get rid of it.
Fuck him.
Delete it.
Do it.
Delete it.
He ghosted you, ghost him back.
Delete it.
I've never been in a yurt. How do you feel, Jen? Did you have a transcendental experience?
You got this, girl.
Who's paying for your car, though? Seriously. That's still not been resolved.
Feel free to come again.
Oh, not till you get Wi-Fi.
All right, so was there more to the Josh situation? Oh, here we go. What did you do, dude? Man, I don't even know if it's possible to be so drunk you don't notice somebody, like, taking blood out of you. That was his game. He just cloned her phone. Yeah, but when did you get her blood? Another fun episode. I really like their take on a on a wellness retreat. I don't know if it was going to be that type of retreat. I was for some reason I was thinking of corporate retreats. This version of Abomination is genuinely fun to me. I really like this. Like the way that the whole series, the way they're remixing the concept of supervillains is really funny to me. Seeing like, oh, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the guy from Hawkeye, right?
No.
Because I know in the comics, that character is a swashbuckling, I want to say hero. I'm pretty sure he was a hero. But a lot of heroes in Marvel do start as villains, so maybe he was a villain and then became a hero. It was interesting watching Jen work through some things because, like I said, the overarching theme of this whole series so far has been identity. And she pretty much revealed the big conflict here. Because you know, like with the Hulk, right? We have the idea that basically the Hulk represents his rage and all the feelings that he suppresses all the time, and that's why it came out in this violent rage monster. Jen's is the same. It's the feeling she represses, but it's more like she just kind of laid it out here. It's the person she always wanted to be. That's who She-Hulk is for her, as opposed to just being an expression of pure rage for her cousin. And she's lived apparently most of her life believing that she isn't good enough or pretty enough or, you know, interesting enough and wanting to be all of those things. And I think that She-Hulk kind of represents that to her. And so she wants to be She-Hulk and also resents She-Hulk at the same time.
What are you, a psychiatrist?
And in this retreat, she was forced to kind of confront that about herself. And, like I was saying before, you have to love yourself before you're going to be in a place to recognize when someone actually truly loves you and to be able to accept it. You know what I mean? If you're still walking around with a bunch of self-loathing, then people who want to misuse you, so to speak, want to abuse you, will use that against you. They can almost sense it, and they'll manipulate that part of you so that you will accept the harm that they do to you because you're so desperate for someone to love you, to kind of validate, give you the validation that you're missing because you don't love yourself. And when you really do love yourself, you're resistant to that. That's when you're ready to really be able to participate in a loving relationship fully and on equal terms. But yeah, a lot of fun and gets, surprisingly deep when it wants to. I'm going to go ahead and continue on because I think we've got 2 more episodes left, which means it's time to wrap up some of this plot with people trying to get her blood, find out who they are, why they want it, and what they're going to try to do to her once they have everything that they need. And see, what sort of setups they put in place for potential future seasons and also the larger MCU. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode, what you think of the season so far. Always use your spoiler warnings and spaces if you plan to talk about stuff that happens beyond this point. As always, do your best to stay safe and be well. I will see you for the next one. Don't Hulk out. Bye-bye.
Well, what was the last thing you texted him?
That was.
Why would you do that? Yikes. Yikes.